Hello everyone, and welcome to the DPS PTE Academic Strategic Success Program for International Nurses. In this lesson, we'll focus on one of the most challenging sections of the PTE academic exam, the reading section. Many international nurses struggle not because of vocabulary alone, but because academic English follows a different logical structure. Today, I'll show you practical strategies to improve your score efficiently. The PTE reading section is not simply about reading English words. It's about understanding how academic arguments are organized. You need to recognize structure, identify relationships between ideas, and avoid common traps. Think like an analyst, not just a reader. Reorder paragraph questions test your ability to reconstruct logical flow. The sentences are mixed up, and your task is to place them in the correct order. This is not about guessing. It's about detecting patterns in logic, chronology, and sentence relationships. Your first step should always be finding the independent sentence. This sentence introduces the main topic clearly and can stand alone. It usually does not begin with words like however, therefore, or pronouns like this or they. This sentence becomes your anchor point. After identifying the opening sentence, look for noun to pronoun connections. For example, if one sentence introduces a research study, the next sentence may refer to this study. These connections help you quickly build logical pairs. Even if you don't solve the full sequence, correct pairs can still earn points. Time clues are extremely useful. Words like initially, subsequently, and finally indicate sequence. Dates can also reveal order. If a passage describes a process or historical event, simply following the timeline often solves the question. Transition words are powerful clues. However, signals contrast. Moreover means additional support. Therefore suggests a conclusion. When you see these words, ask yourself what sentence logically comes before them. For multiple choice questions, always read the question first. This gives your reading a purpose. Ask yourself whether the question is looking for the main idea, a detail, an inference, or the author's tone. Then read strategically instead of wasting time reading everything. This is critical. In multiple choice multiple answer questions, incorrect answers reduce your score. If you are completely sure about one answer but uncertain about another, choosing only the confident one may be safer. Accuracy is more important than guessing. PTE loves distractors. These answers look correct because they repeat words from the passage. But the logic is slightly wrong. Be careful with extreme words like always, never, all, or only. Academic writing is usually more balanced than that. When asked for the main idea, don't read every word. Skim the first sentence, the last sentence, and the repeated themes. This helps you capture the overall argument quickly. Save your energy for harder questions. For specific detailed questions, scanning is your best strategy. Look for keywords, numbers, names, or technical terms from the question. Once you find them, read only the surrounding lines carefully. This saves significant time. Sometimes the answer is implied, not directly stated. Pay attention to emotional adjectives. Words like concerning suggest criticism. Words like promising suggest optimism. Understanding tone helps eliminate wrong choices quickly. Time management can make or break your score. Spend about 2 minutes on reorder paragraphs. About 90 seconds on multiple choice questions. Do not get stuck. Protect time for fill in the blanks, which often carries more scoring weight. If you get stuck, don't panic. Find one logical pair, make your best strategic decision, and move forward. Perfection is less important than consistent scoring. The goal is smart execution, not overthinking. You absolutely can improve with the right strategy and practice.